Good morning. I'm Kiran Raj. Welcome to the online classes on LAMP technology. Today we'll be discussing about loops concept in the PHP. In certain situation, we require program to execute certain set or certain block of code to execute again and again as long as the certain condition is true or until the condition is met. So when the execution of the loop is terminated, the execution of the loop is terminated or the control will come out of the loop as soon as the condition becomes false. Loops are of four types: while, do while, for and for each. While and do while is used when we will be not knowing how many times the particular set of codes will be executed. Do while, again you will be not knowing how many times it is going to be executed, but the set of codes that need to be repeated again and again will repeat or will execute at least once. For loop is mainly used when we know how many times the certain set of codes or the command need to be executed. And for each is completely belongs to the array. So when you are going to have the array, you can use the for each. Why? The loops through a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. As I already mentioned, in the while condition, it is not restricted that it should be executed. In certain situation, the condition is not true and the code belonging to it may not even execute once also. So while condition, then the code. So it is going to execute again and again until the condition becomes false. And when you have the while loop or the do while loop, make sure that you are not going to the infinite loop. So this is one of the simple program where x is 1. So I am checking whether the x is lesser than or equal to 5. X value is 1 now, so obviously it is lesser than 5. So it is true, right? So it will be going inside and it will be printing the number is x, that is 1. The number is 1 will get printed and then x is post increment, so it will be incremented by 1. So x is now 2, 2 is lesser than 5, the number is 2. Again x is now 3, so 3 is lesser than 5, the number is 3. 4, it is incremented to 4 now, so 4 is lesser than 5, the number is 4. Again it will be incremented, now 4 will become 5. So 5 is not lesser than 5, but 5 is equal to 5. So condition is true again. So the number is $x, that is 5. So now it will be incremented by 1 again. So it will be 6. 5 will become 6. 6 is lesser than 5, not true. And 6 is equal to 5 is also not true. So it is condition is fail. So it will directly come out. So it will directly come out. So your output will be the number is 1, the number is 2, the number is 3, the number is 4 and the number is 5. Do while. Do while loops through the block of code at least once and then repeats the loop as long as the specified condition is true. While coming to the do while, one special thing about it is execution of the code is done first, then the condition is checked here. So you have the code first and then the condition. So execution also, the code will get executed first, that belongs to the while condition, and then the condition is evaluated. So if the condition is true, then execute again and again, again and again. But as soon as it becomes false, it will come down. Okay. So it will execute at least once. Here again the same example. So I'm having the x is equal to 1. So first the block will get executed, the number is 1. Okay, x is 1. So I'm then the incrementing it. So now x is equal to 2. 2 is lesser than 5. Yes, it is true. Then go back. Now the number is 2. X will be incremented to 3. Now again 3 is lesser than or equal to 5. Yes, 3 is lesser than 5. So it is true. So go back again. So the number is 3. Now it will become 4. $x or the x is lesser than or equal to 4. Yes, it is true. So the number is 4. Then it will be incremented to 5. X is lesser than or equal to 5. Yes, it is true. Even though it is not lesser than 5, but 5 is equal to 5. So it come back here, the number is 5. $x plus plus, that is incrementing. So 5 will become 6. Now let us check the condition. X is 6 is lesser than 5. No. 6 is equal to 5. No. So it is false. So it will be coming out. For loops through the block for a code a specified number of times. So while coming to the for loop, you are going to have the three expressions. So first one is initial counter, then is test counter, and the third one is increment or the decrement counter. So it will be having the code that need to be executed here. So and the expressions that belongs to the for loop are separated by semicolon. So initial counter, test counter, and the increment counter. Initial counter, that is initializes the loop counter value. Test counter evaluate the each iteration. If it evaluates true, then it will be going inside the code, but if it is false, then it will be coming out. So the loop will end there. Increment counter or the decrement counter, depending on the program, you will be having the increment or the decrement counter, which will be used to increase the value of the counter, loop counter. So this is one simple program where I am printing the number. So x is equal to 0 and 0 is lesser than 10, right? So the number is 0. Then it will come back. So now the incrementation is done. So it will be now 1. 1 is lesser than 10. So it is true. So here the number is 1. Then again the incrementation and it will become 2. 2 is lesser than or equal to 10. So 2 is lesser than 10. The number is 2. In the same manner, this condition is true until it reaches 10, right? So x is lesser than or equal to 10. But as soon as this condition fails, that is when x becomes 11, that time it will be coming out. For example, let us say that x value is 10. So it will print, yes, x is not lesser than 10, but x is 10. So it is true, the current number is 10. Afterwards, when it incremented, it becomes 11. So x is not lesser than 10 and x is also not equal to 10. So it will be directly coming out. Your output here will be the number is 1, the number is 0, the number is 1, the number is 2, the number is 3, the number is 4, 5, the number is 6, the number is 7, the number is 8, the number is 9, the number is 10. So it will be having 0 to 10 number. For each loops through the block of code for each element in an array. It is used to loop through the each key or value pair in an array. So the every loop iteration, the value of the current array element is assigned to the value. Here this should be code need to be executed. Here you are going to have the here you are going to have one variable that is value. So the values present in the array will be stored in the dollar value. For example, in the first iteration, the first value will be stored. In the second iteration, second value will be, and in the third iteration, third index value will be stored in the, the third item that is present, the third index or the third key will be stored in the value. So here, this will be getting executed until all the elements of the array is executed, or all the element of the array is coming to the value. And here after every iteration, that is value and also the array pointer will be incremented. So here colors is an array, so I have created, and array elements are red, green, blue and yellow. So I am checking what is the color here. So dollar colors as value. So in every iteration, the item will be stored in value, that is depending on the key there. Okay. So here I am just printing the value, that is which color I am printing. So here in the first iteration, red will be storing in red, that is first one, right? So red will be stored in dollar value. So it will be printing red. Afterwards, when it comes back, the second array element is green. So now value is green. So it will be printing green. Again it will come back. Dollar colors, that is third element is blue. So blue is stored in dollar value now. So it will be getting printed. Next is yellow, the last element. So yellow will get printed. Now when it comes back, it will be not having any array element. So it will be false and it will be coming out. Here we have mentioned the pair of keys and the value, where Peter, Ben and the Joes are the keys, and 35, 37 and the 43 are the ages. Yeah. So here I am using the pair of keys and the value. So here the for each, that is $age as the $x arrow $value. So this is the thing here. So $age is my array. Okay. So I am printing what? I am printing x is equal to $value. So what will be printed? In the first iteration, these two things will be stored, that is Peter is equal to, arrow 35. So it will be having Peter arrow is equal to 35. So when it comes to the next iteration, so key is when, and your value is 37. So that will be stored here and it will be getting executed. So it will be executing something like when 37. Again in the next iteration, Joe's information will be taken, that is Joe and 43, and it will be having Joe is equal to 43. PHP break and the continue. The break statement can be used to jump out of the loop. So whenever you are going to have the break, it will terminate the immediate execution of the loop and it is going to come out of the loop. While coming to the continue statement, it breaks only one iteration in the loop if the specified condition occurs, and it is going to continue with the next iteration in the loop. So if you see here, I'm having the for loop here and I have the break inside the another if statement. Now let me consider the example here. X is 0, so initialization, and initialization is done only once in the particular loop. So X is 0 and 0 is lesser than 10. Yes, true. So it will be going inside. But whether 0 is double equal to 4 or whether 0 is equal to 4, no. So it will be coming out, directly coming out, and it will be having the number is 0. Again it will be going to the for loop, and now the X is 1, so which is lesser than 10. 1 is double equal to 4, which is false, so it will be coming out. The number is 1. Again 2, and it will be coming, the number is 2, and 3, the number is 3. Now when it comes back, it will be incremented by 1, right? So it will become 4. 4 is obviously lesser than 10, but 4 is whether it is equal to 4. Yes, 4 is equal to 4. So it will be executing the break. So when it executes break, it will be coming out. It will be coming out of the for loop. So it will be coming out of the for loop. So your control will be here. And this is another example for the continue. While coming to the continue, and this output of the first example is the number is 0, the number is 1, the number is 2, the number is 3, that much only. While coming to here, I use the same condition if you watch it closely, but instead of break I am using the continue. So 0 is lesser than 10, no problem, so it is going to execute this one, but here 0 is not equal to 4. So the condition is false and it will directly printing the number is 0. Now again the X will be incremented by 1. So 1 is lesser than 10. So it is false here. So it will be printing the number is 1. Again it will be going back and $x is equal to 2 now. So 2 is lesser than 4. So it will be the number is coming out and it will be printing the number is 3. Again it will be going back and you will be having the 4 now. 4 is lesser than 10. So it will be 4 whether it is double equal to 4. Yes, 4 is equal to 4. That is true. So it will be going inside and it will be executing the continue. As soon as the continue is hit, it will be stopping that iteration and it will be continuing to the next iteration. So X will be 5 now. So 5 lesser than 10. So 5 is whether it is matched with the 4. No, it is not getting matched. So it will directly come out and the number is 5. Then again it will be going out, that is 6. So your output here will be the number is 0, the number is 1, the number is 2, the number is 3, and next the number is 5. You are not going to have now the number is 4, and next the number is 6, the number is 7, the number is 8, like that. Okay. Thank you.